Keisha had never felt so humiliated. She had saved up for months working extra hours at her part-time job to afford her first car. But the moment she stepped into the luxury dealership, the salesman sneered at her. "This isn't your kind of place," he said, his voice dripping with condescension. Other customers watched as he led her toward the exit. She felt the burn of their stares, the weight of unspoken words. Little did he know, Keisha wasn't just any customer. Tomorrow he would regret this moment for the rest of his life. Keisha had grown up wealthy, but never let it define her. Her father, Richard Thompson, was a self-made billionaire who had worked tirelessly to build an empire. But Keisha wanted to prove herself. Instead of relying on her father's fortune, she worked at a local bookstore, saving every penny. She had done her research, picking out a sleek black Mercedes she had dreamed about for years. She was met with raised eyebrows and whispers when she stepped into the dealership. A well-dressed salesman, Brad, approached with a fake smile. "Are you lost?" he asked, eyeing her simple jeans and hoodie. Keisha straightened her back. "No, I'm here to buy a car." Brad let out a chuckle. "With what money?" "This isn't a used car lot, sweetheart." The words stung. Keisha pulled out her checkbook, but Brad didn't glance at it. Instead, he called security. "Escort her out. We don't entertain time wasters." Embarrassed and furious, Keisha left, but she wasn't done. If they wanted to judge her by her appearance, she'd give them a lesson they'd never forget. That evening, Keisha sat at dinner with her father, struggling to hide her anger. Richard immediately noticed. "What's wrong, sweetheart?" he asked. Keisha hesitated, but finally she told him everything. The humiliation, the laughter, and the way they assumed she wasn't worthy of being there. Richard's face darkened. He wasn't just a billionaire. He was a man who built his success by demanding respect, and no one disrespected his daughter. The following day, Keisha returned to the dealership, but this time she wasn't alone. A convoy of luxury cars, Rolls-Royces, Lamborghinis, and Bentleys, pulled up outside the dealership. The employees inside watched in shock as Richard Thompson stepped out of a custom white Rolls-Royce Phantom. Cameras flashed and whispers filled the room. Brad, the same salesman who had humiliated Keisha, stood frozen. His face paled as Keisha walked in, her head high. Richard approached the manager. "Is this how you treat customers?" he asked coldly. Sir, there must be a misunderstanding," the manager stammered. "No misunderstanding," Richard replied. "Your employee judged my daughter based on how she looked. He refused to let her buy a car." He turned to Brad. "You wouldn't take her check, correct?" Brad swallowed hard. I, uh, I didn't know." Richard cut him off. "You didn't know she was my daughter? You shouldn't have to. A customer is a customer." Silence filled the room. Employees stood stiff, knowing what was coming. Richard didn't just fire Brad on the spot. He bought the entire dealership. The papers were signed within the hour. And as his first act as the new owner, Richard turned to Keisha. "Do you still want that Mercedes?" Keisha smirked. "No, I changed my mind. I'll take the Rolls-Royce." The same Rolls-Royce she had just driven up in. The employees could only watch as the billionaire's daughter left in a car they could only dream of affording. Word spread fast. The dealership's reputation plummeted, and within months it was rebranded under Richard's name, known for diversity and customer respect. Keisha learned a powerful lesson, not just about wealth, but also about the power of standing up for herself. She had walked in as just another girl. She walked out as the owner's daughter, one who had just changed the game. They thought she was just another girl who didn't belong, but they had no idea who she was. Watch till the end to see how a billionaire's daughter turned the tables on those who judged her. Don't miss this powerful story of justice, respect, and sweet revenge. If this story moved you, like, comment, and subscribe for more eye-opening stories. What would you have done in Keisha's place? Share your thoughts below.